Okay, so if anybody needs to go back, we're recording right now. All right, so that's step 1 and 2. I'm now on step 3 of here. It says, click the layout tab. So layout up here at the top. And then click the margins button. So the margins button is here all the way to the left. They want you to pull the arrow down on that and go to custom margins, which is all the way down here at the bottom. Okay, so margins is the white space that's the border around a document. We're going to change this and extend that white space out a little bit so that this fits better. This is something you can do if you're trying to edit a resume, for example, which is exactly what we're doing, and you're trying to just make it fit onto one page. You don't want to shrink the margins too much, but if you need to just steal a little bit of space to make 1 or 2 lines fit onto one page, since resumes really should be about 1 page, this is something you can do, is just adjust the margins a little bit. So we're going to change the top to 0.75. Don't hit enter. That's not what we were supposed to do. 0.75 for the top and 0.75 for the bottom. Okay, for the right and the left, we're going to change that just to 1. So you can type it or you can use the little arrows and change it that way. Okay, so top and bottom should be 0.75, left and right should be 1 inch now. Okay, then we're going to go to the apply to drop down here and pull that arrow down and make sure that whole document is selected. So you can change margins as you go through a document and just make it for 1 page. If it's, let's say your resume is a couple pages and you just want to apply margins to 1 of those pages, you can adjust that here and change it to this point forward. But we want the whole thing to be changed, so make sure it's applied to the whole document, then hit OK. And you'll see it just widened it out a little bit. Okay, next we're going to mess with the tab stops. The tab stops, if you're looking up at my screen, these are the tabs up here, and it gives you measurements of the paper so you can see. The tab stops are what aligns things nicely instead of using like the space bar, for example. So we're going to select the Loomis, California, October 2014 to the present line. That's right here. So highlight that whole thing. And then we're going to click the paragraph launcher. If you're already still in the layout tab, like I am, there's a paragraph launcher right here. There's one in the home tab and there's one in the layout tab. So here's a paragraph group. This little box is the paragraph launcher. Open that up. Then we're going to click on the tabs button down here in the bottom left. And we're going to type 6.5 in the tab stop position box that we're in right now. 6.5, and then we're going to select the right alignment. One more thing, we're going to select the choice 3 leader, which is going to put dashes automatically throughout that whole space. And then press the set button. If you don't hit set and you just click OK, it doesn't keep it. So hit set, then click OK. And you'll see these are the dashes that we set. And this thing here is set for 6.5 over on the right.
Where's this at again? My computer just now turned on.
Okay. Are you
It's located? I followed everything you said. I just need to know where it's located.
Okay. Are you in the layout tab then?
No, I'm in Blackboard. I need to get to where you guys are at.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So Blackboard, you go into content,
Uh-huh.
week 6,
Okay.
and then the first one up at the top, pause and practice 2-1.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to download, I think.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
All right. Do you want me to go back over the 2 steps real quick?
Yeah, just real quick. I just real quick.
Okay. So first, make sure you click Enable Editing up at the top.
Okay.
Then you want to go to the Layout tab.
And that is, hold on. Layout tab. What is that? Is that where the number, the font is and stuff like that?
No, that's the Home tab. You want to go over to the Layout tab.
Okay, see, my format is different from yours. I'm on a different program.
What are you using?
It popped up as Word on my computer, as a WordPad.
WordPad? That's what it used?
WordPad, yeah, WordPad.
Okay.
It didn't pop up as, like, you know how Microsoft Word didn't pop up like that.
Okay. Let's try this then real quick, because you won't have any of the same things, and you won't be able to do it. Let me turn this off for 1 second. Let's try this real quick. Martika, go back to Blackboard.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. Click on the email button up at the top on the top navigation. And go to that.
Okay. I am in email.
Okay.
That.
Do you see where it says Outlook over on the left?
Outlook. Yeah.
Do you see the little dots right next to that? Okay, click on those little dots. Do you see Word?
Yes.
Okay, open that. Click on that.
Okay. And then you want me to go up under OneDrive or?
I'm trying to see here how we open the one, because we don't want it to open in WordPad. So hang on 1 second. Just want to see if this will work. Okay, when you clicked on Pause and Practice 2-1 and it opened it on WordPad, did it give you any other options to open it differently?
Hold on.
It opened it.
Let me see. Um, that's not it. This is it? No, that's not it.
What's it saying when you try to open it?
Hold
Go.
on, I didn't hear yet.
Okay.
Word 6, Microsoft. Open it. Says open. It doesn't give me an option to choose another.
Another program.
It's popping up as WordPad.
WordPad. Okay. Let's try one more thing then, because we have to open it first before we can edit it with Word Online. Since it's not saved on your computer, we got to get it to you first. So let's try something else. Let me just go back here. I don't know if you'll have this option or not, but we're gonna try. So go back to where I had you open those those 9 dots by the email. When you click on those dots, let me know when you're there.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. When you click on the dots, so you see something that says Office 365 and then an arrow right next to that?
Yeah.
Okay, try clicking on that.
Okay.
Okay, and then you should see a whole bunch of apps listed here. Do you see on the right, does it say install Office with an arrow down?
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. And then click on the first one where it says Office 365 apps.
I think I got Office 365. I don't know why it's not right. You can keep going. I'll catch up because it has to download and restart the computer.
Yeah.
And just do all this other stuff. So I'll just catch up as much as I can. Thank you.
You're gonna need the actual Word downloaded somehow. And if you're a Brian Stratton student, you get it for free, so you don't have to worry about paying for the desktop version. So save it, and then run the file upload. And if you need me to go back, I can go back after it's all done.
Hold on. I already had the app on my computer.
Is that what's that?
Yeah. Office.
Let me try one other thing then. I'm going to try to send you the file directly.
So it popped up. Let me go to Word. New document saved to OneDrive.
I'm going to try to send you the file directly to you instead of you downloading it on Blackboard. If you have Word already on your computer, it should be coming up as an option when you open, because it should be coming up as the default option, really. So let's look here. Let me see if I can get it right to you instead. I'm sending it to you through an email right now.
Okay.
When you get it, you'll have an option to download it or open it. If WordPad is the only thing still coming up, try just saving the file. See if that.
Yeah, I tried to save it on my OneDrive, but it ain't pop up on my OneDrive
Okay.
when I saved it.
Okay, let me know when it comes. And we'll do one more, that last thing before I move on.
This is so annoying.
Okay, I'm gonna reshare the screen and we're gonna try to keep going. Did it work, Martika, at all?
I'm still waiting on this stuff to open up. It's moving slow.
All right.
So I'm opening it now, and then you said to okay, download it. No WordPad. Open. It's giving me the option to open with Firefox or WordPad.
Okay, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes that's not right. Can you see my screen right now? This is the one I sent to you. When I hover over it, do you have the same arrow?
Yes.
And when you click on that, you do that, Word's not coming up. Word doesn't come up that way.
Nope. Okay. I'm trying to open this up to see. I'm trying to like add Word to the document thing so where I can have it, and it's not popping up either.
Do you have the option to just save it right here?
Yeah.
Click on that.
Save file.
Mm-hmm.
Hit OK.
Yep.
Okay, I saved it.
Okay, now let's try going back to up at the top. Go to the Office 365 apps. These little dots.
Okay.
Then click on Word, which will put you in Word Online, which should give you enough capabilities to do what you need to do. Okay, just click on a new blank document for now.
Okay.
And then we're going to keep our fingers crossed that my next troubleshoot thing works.
Okay, I'm on Word.
Okay, good. That's working. Go to File.
See, the top part ain't pop up. Like the options.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. This is okay, there it go. Go to File.
File. Yep.
And
do you see under Recent? Does it come up with anything?
No.
No? Okay, good. Just click on Open.
It's on Open.
Okay. If you still don't see it in the list, click on More on OneDrive for Business down at the bottom.
And let me see.
And it'll take you to your OneDrive.
We're all supposed to be opening up this resume, right?
What's that?
We're all supposed to be opening up the resume.
Yeah, if you haven't already. Yep.
Okay. It's just a blank document. It's not like nothing popping up.
She's
I'm about to just copy and paste
coffee
it.
for me.
I'm just gonna copy and paste it and then do it like that because it's not coming up how.
Okay. When we're all done, if you are able to stick on the call, I'll try to troubleshoot with you and get Word re-download.
Okay.
Because it sounds like even if you have it on, it doesn't sound like it's downloaded correctly because it should be coming up as a default program. So let's try that. In the meantime, Brittany, yes, I'm going back to it because we had started it already.
It's the one in week 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got that up. Did not. Get annoying.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. I am on step. Let's see here. 5. I'm on step 5 for everybody else. If you're not on step 5 with me, go ahead.
What page?
241.
Sorry, thank you.
You're killing me. You're gonna have to catch yourself up real quick. Okay. I'm on step 5, and it wants you to use the format painter. So we talked about that last week. It says to place your insertion point on a line you just set. So where it says Loomis, California, click on that line somewhere, and we're going to go back to the Home tab. And double click up at the top in the upper left corner, double click on the format painter. When you double click, it turns it on and leaves it on so you can do more than one line. And then from there, you're going to click on, hold on, next page. We're going to click on each of the city, state, and date lines in experience and education. So anywhere you see a city and then date, just click the line and it'll automatically apply all that formatting that changes that we just said, so you don't have to continue to reset each tab every single time. So there's one, here's another one. And then under education, here's another one. And I think that's it. So Chico, California, Winters, California, Winters, California, Loomis, California. Okay, then when you're all done, make sure you click on Format Painter again and turn it off. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
Okay. Next, it wants us to select the line of text below the references heading. So we're going to go all the way down to the second page. Underneath the references heading, select all of this. And then we're going to go back to the paragraph launcher. So since I'm already in the Home tab, I can use the paragraph launcher right here. The little square in the corner is the launchers. Click on the tabs button again. And now you're going to see that there's already a tab stop in there at 2.5 inches. We're going to take it off. So to remove a tab stop, you just hit clear.
How do I get to this part again?
Where are we? Which part? The tabs?
Just the part so I can change the numbers and stuff. I already know what you put in there. I just need to, I forgot. I didn't catch how to get there.
Okay. You want to go to the paragraph launcher in the corner, right here.
Paragraph launcher.
With the little square in the corner.
Okay. Let's see. My worst.
What was that?
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you my computer screen because it's nothing like.
Okay. Let me see.
I don't know.
You guys all have you are all presenters, so you can share your screens with me as well, in case we need to troubleshoot like that. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah.
I'm having that same issue. I don't have any way to get to the tabs thing.
Are you online? Are you doing Word online, Caitlin?
I actually pulled it up in both. So I'm online and I have the one that's downloaded on my computer, and I don't have that option on either.
For tabs?
They just need to let us back in class.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's better if we're all there together.
It's not my decision, so I don't. You have to apologize to me. Yeah, I'm trying to look at yours, Martika. Might have to skip that part. Same with you, Caitlin. If you can't get to the tabs.
Okay.
When you guys click on your paragraph launcher, you don't have a tabs button at the bottom left?
Nope, it just looked like a regular old school. Oh, it just looked like a regular old school type Word format. Like
I'm about to share my screen with you.
Okay.
Say that again.
You can share it.
Can you see it?
Oh.
Hold on.
Hey.
There, I see it now. Okay.
Okay, so when I click the paragraph on this is all I get.
Okay, because you're on Word Online also.
I tried that one, and then I have the one that's downloaded as well, and there's not even any option.
Go to the Layout tab, Caitlin. Yeah, doesn't look like you have it. That's a Mac that you're on?
Yes.
That's probably why. Can you click on the Home tab real quick? Okay, go to the Design tab. How about the View tab?
Hey, I have a question. So I have to work today, and I have all access to Word and everything at work.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can do it there? I don't know if it's like a classroom project or something.
No,
but I can't find nothing.
You can do it at work.
Okay. How do I get to the recording?
Once we're all done, I'll save it, and it'll be in content in week 6.
Okay, cool. I can just do it like that, because that way I can, it's not working for me.
It's fine.
Thank you for your help, though. I'm still going to be here.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to assume, since I don't have a Mac. I think it's some sort of compatibility differences.
Okay, I'll just follow along, and if I don't have the option, then I'll just, I guess, skip it.
Okay, you know what you can do now? Since you're in the View tab, the ruler there in the middle. You can adjust your tabs with the ruler.
Okay.
So it's not as efficient, but you can just, do you know how to do that? You can just drag the ruler pieces back and forth. You can do it.
Okay.
it doesn't matter if this is not perfect. There are going to be issues that come up like this. So
Okay.
these are class grades. If you guys don't get them perfect, I'm not grading it on that. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to switch back.
Okay.
And if there's anything that else comes up that that doesn't work, that's major, just let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
When I'm done editing this or whatever I'm doing to it, where do I save it at? In the OneDrive?
Save it to wherever you're going to be able to find it. You can save it in OneDrive. You can save it to desktop. You can put it on a flash drive. You just have to upload it to me, so I don't care where you save it.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. As long as I have access to it, correct?
Right.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, Treasure. All right. Let's see if we can keep going with this. I reshared, so guys, let me know when it comes back up.
It's up.
Okay, that's okay, Caitlin. This is all part of the class. This is troubleshooting with technology. Okay, so where am I here? So I'm back in Word. I am on step 6. So let me go ahead and do this part again. We're supposed to highlight all of this, go into the tabs, and we're going to clear the tab stop there. While I have this pulled up, if you don't have the tab little pop-up like I have, you'll see the tab stop right here with this little L. That is how you can work around not having this launcher. You can just click on this little L thing and drag it down, and that should remove it. In fact, I'll show you that too after we do this one. So we're gonna clear that tab stop, and then we're gonna reset one for 3.75. We're gonna keep it left, and we're gonna keep it as number 1 with no leader. Let me turn that off real quick.
I also have another question. I think I missed something from last week. The textbook assignment, we turn that into you through OneDrive as well, right?
Yeah, there's a Dropbox for that one in week 5. It's the blue, where you see the blue.
Okay. I still got time to turn it in today.
Yep.
I apologize. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so then I'm going to hit set, and okay. And so now the tab stop that was up here is gone, and the new one that I set is right here. So again, if you are just using your ruler instead, you want to highlight whatever text it is you want to move around, and this is the tab stop right here. So you can just drag this back and forth. This is 3.5, and this one is 3.75. So this is where you want to set it to. To get a tab stop off using the ruler, you just drag it off the ruler so you don't see it anymore, and it'll take it off. Okay, so hopefully that helps us get through some of these little hiccups here. Okay, we're almost done with this. So now we're going to put ourselves in the paragraph below the profile heading, which is back all the way up at the top. Click in the paragraph underneath profile. Then we're going to click on the layout tab. And next to indent, on the left one, we're going to make that 0.25. And press enter, and we're going to do the same thing for the right one. Click on the right one and make that 0.25. And what that's going to do, if you're looking at the ruler, is that's just going to move the space in and basically indent it a little bit to make that profile stand out a little bit. Okay, so that one is done. If your autosave is on, it should be saving like mine is. If not, make sure you just hit save and save all the changes that we did. And we're going to go on and try to get the next one taken care of. So if you're following along with me, I'm going to page 248 now. Okay, so everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and start. So we're gonna go to File. We're gonna save a copy, and this time change this to PPW2-2. Okay. So now we're going to go and work with the Backstage view a little bit. So you're going to go to the File tab, and you're going to go down to Info, and this is called the Backstage view. So in the title property box, that's over here. Here are the properties, and here's the title. You're going to click in there. You're going to type in this person's name, which is Rochelle Wilkinson. Okay, now what this part is going to show us is what these properties actually can be used for. We set some properties last week. Now we're going to actually use them in the document. Once you have that typed, just click on the arrow and get back to the document.
But I have a question.
Yep.
So how did you, I know it's in the info, how did you get to, was it the manage documents?
Under info here,
Yeah.
I just click on info and then my properties show up over here on the right. Are you seeing that, Kelly?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, so on step 4, you're going to put yourself at the beginning of the first page. And then go to the Insert tab. And then click on the Header button. The header and footer and all of that is over here towards the right. You can also double click up at the top and that'll put you in the header. So click on Header and then go down to Edit Header. So if you're not familiar with a header is, it's the white space above a document, and whatever you put in the header gets printed on every single page up at the top. Versus the footer, if you scroll down to the bottom, the footer is the bottom white space on the page, and this would get printed on the bottom of every single page. So you can also set a different first page by checking this box off, which is something you would use if you were typing a paper with a title page, for example. Because you don't want anything up in the header of your title page, unless they want a running header, of course, but that's different. Okay, so I am going to click on the document info, which is over here in the insert group. Okay, now this info is coming from the properties that we set in the Backstage view. So click on the document title choice, and you'll see it comes up as what we set it. So whatever you use for your title, you can now use it and put it all around your document. And you don't have to retype it each time. Okay, we're still working in the header for the next step. So we're going to press the right arrow key on your keyboard. So arrow over so that this title thing that you see come up goes away. Should look like that. If you don't arrow over, then the next step is going to get messed up. Okay, next it says to press the tab 2 times and move yourself over to the right. They mean the tab button on your keyboard. So hit tab 2 times and you should be over on the right, because there are already tab stops inserted up here in this header. You'll see one here and the other one is over here, and that's why we're over here. Okay, next we're going to type the word page and a space. And now we're going to click the page number button, which is over on the left. Pull that arrow down. Select current position, or actually just hover over current position, and you'll see some choices come up. And then we're just going to pick the first one, the plain number. And then you should see the number 1 show up. So before I keep going, some people try to just type in page 1, and they just type 1 in with their keyboard. If you do that, then page 1 is going to show up on every single page. But if you use the page number, you'll see what happens. It counts for you. Here's page 1, here's page 2. If we had a third page, it would go on page 3. And if we inserted a page in between it, it would adjust the pages automatically. So you can't just type numbers in on a header, because then every single page would show up as page 1. Okay, so next we're going to hit space, and type the word of, and then hit space again. We're going to go back to document info, which is over here. And then we're going to choose field. Okay, so now these are all kinds of different pre-programmed things that you can use. We are going to look for num pages. NUM pages. Click on that. In the properties, the format choices, you want to select where it says 1, 2, 3. And then click OK. So here's what it's doing. Page numbers will count each page 1 by 1. And the num pages field that we just set is going to display the total of however many pages we have. So if I continue to add more pages, let's say I make a couple more pages down here. Okay, I now have 6 pages total. What's going to happen is my header is going to now adjust accordingly. So this is page 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 3 of 6, and it will just keep going that way. Again, you can't do that by just manually typing it in. It's not going to work that way. It'll just display that whole thing on every single page. Whatever you manually type will be the same on every page, and it would not automatically adjust. Let's take all this back out here. Okay. All right, so we should hopefully we're all caught up again. Is everybody still with me? Any questions? Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Any questions? Okay. Which part? The header? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go, I'll take this whole thing out real quick and repeat that again. So I'm over here on the right. We want to go to, first we want to type in the word page, and then I'm going to put in the page number by using this drop down over here. Page number, and then we're going to do current position, and just choose the plain number. Then it's space, the word of, and then another space. And now to do the total pages, click on Document Info, and then go to Field. Are you with me so far, everyone? Where did I lose you?
I'm good.
Okay. Emily? This page on the right. Okay. Okay, so right from here, you need to use your right arrow key and get out of this title box. So if you still see this word title coming up, it's not going to work. Click the right, or use the right arrow on your keyboard and arrow over so you don't see that come up anymore. Then I hit tab on my keyboard twice. Tab right above my caps lock button. And then that should put you over here on the right. Okay, then type page. Then we want to go to page number here over on the left. And then go down to current position. Then choose the plain number. Okay, then space, type the word of, type another space. Okay, then we got to put the total pages on here. So that's under Document Info. Then choose Field. And then go down in that list and find num pages right here. And just choose the number format. And then click OK. Okay, everybody else with me? Okay. All right, so All right, so we're still up in the header. It says to press enter 2 times. Insert some blank space up in the header. And then it wants you to check the different first page box, which is over here. This is what I said before. This is what you usually use if you wanted to put something different on a title page. When you click it, it's gonna make everything on page 1 disappear. It's supposed to do that, so don't freak out. Click on different first page, and now your first page header is blank because it's giving you a whole another chance to redo the first page now. On the second page, what we did before is still preserved, and everything from that page on would still be showing up. So don't worry, it's not gone. It's just it takes it off of the first page. Okay, if you got all that, you can close the header and footer over here. And that'll take us back to the resume. Okay, this part's done, so we're going to save it. You might want to save it. You might want to back it up someplace, but if you go to save, go ahead.
Sorry, question. How do you close the header part again?
Header and the footer. Go back here. You should see a box on the right.
Oh, okay.
Or you can just double click back into your document. And that should take you back up.
Okay.
All right, so again, make sure you save what you've got so far. We still have one more from this chapter. And that's on page 259. That one's a short one. I'll keep this open. We're going to keep with this thing here. All right, when you guys are ready, just let me know. Thank you. Okay, everybody else, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. So let's see if we can finish this up. So go back to File, go to Save As or Save a Copy, whatever is showing up for you, and change it to 2-3 now, just in case we need to go back and redo anything. You don't have to start from scratch. Change it to 2-3. And then this one's going to talk, kind of walk you through how you work with bullets and designing with Word a little bit. So it wants you to select the 4 paragraphs of text below the experience heading. Okay, so that's, let's see here. This here, I believe. Oh. Below the city state. Okay, so no. Develop, educate, facilitate. These lines right here. Select that. All right, next we're going to click on the bullets options. So in the paragraph group here, you've got pre-made bullet options already. You can make a numbered list, you can make a tiered list, or you can make just icon lists here. They want you to pull the arrow down next to the regular bullets. And then we're going to select Define New. So there's pre-made ones that already come with Word, or you can make your own. And that's what we're going to hopefully try to do right now. Depending on what type of font you have available, you might have to mess around with this a little bit. Doesn't matter what this ends up looking like personally, just as long as you attempt to make this bullet is fine. All right, so we're going to click on the symbol option here. And then here are all the choices under the symbol font. Okay, so it's telling you to pull your arrow down and look for wingdings instead. And this is what I'm saying. If you do not have wingdings as an option, that's okay. We'll just pick something else and design it however you like. But if you do choose that, then it just gives you different icons and little pictures to choose from. And it wants you to select the checkbox option. That's over here on the bottom right on my screen. Okay, and then click OK. And then in the preview, it'll show you what it's going to look like as a bullet. It's kind of fun. You can pick anything you like this one here. Instead, it'll change your bullet to look like that. But if you found it and you're good, click OK. And now you should see these options. This little thing come up as bullets now. How do we do? Everybody okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so next we're going to, with all that selected, we're going to double click on the Format Painter. Be careful what you click on right now, because everything you click on is going to put a bullet on. So underneath all of the experience sections where you see the description is where we're going to click. We're going to do that for all of the jobs that they've got listed here. And they also want us to do it for the education. So here's the education section. We're going to do it for this too. Okay, that's it for that. So click on your Format Painter again and turn it back off. Then we're going to go back up to the next page. Okay, so step 5 says to turn on your Show Hide button. From last week, if you forgot what that is, that's this button right here, and it shows you all of the enters, marks, the tabs, all of that that's been set. It wants you to put yourself in front of the education heading, and then go to the Layout tab. Click on the Breaks button, and then select the Page Break. That's the first one right here. So Page Breaks, you'll see it just shows up on your screen here. They don't print, just like Enter marks don't print, but it breaks the page so that now that this new section is started here, it keeps all of this information together. Instead of having the heading on one page and all the information on the second page, which doesn't look very good, it breaks the page so that now everything starts here and everything is kept together. Okay, that's it for that. Next, we're going to start designing it. So we're going to go to the Design tab. You've got pre-made things up here that Word already comes ready for you to use, or you can design your own. We're going to go to the Themes button first, which is all the way over on the left. And same thing with themes. These are pre-made prepackaged designs that you can just apply to your whole document and be done. You don't have to then customize and mess with it if you like it, but you're able to do that as well. So we're going to choose the Ion theme. And what you'll see is it changes the look of it. It's got pre-made fonts and pre-made colors that go along with it. When we use that, you click on that, and it's redesigned the entire look of this in one click. But now we're going to customize it a little bit. So now go to the colors choices, which that's over on the right. And select red. Okay, now all of these pre-made designs up here have changed their colors. They're all kind of reddish hues now. Okay, next we're gonna go, I'm on step 7. We're gonna go back to the first page, or up to the top of the first page. Select Rochelle Wilkinson, so highlight this name here. And then we're going to go back to the Home tab and select the title style. So this is the title style right here. In the style choices, this is the title style. Okay, with that still selected, change the size of that to 20. And now we're going to change the style of all of the headings. So profile, experience, education, skills, and references. They're all gonna change. So highlight profile to start and choose heading 1. Do that for all of the headings. Okay, so profile, experience, education, skills, and references should all be heading 1. So one of the nice things about using these styles is once you set them one way, anything else that also has heading 1, if you make one change to one of them, they all change together. So let's say I decided I wanted to blow this up and make this bigger. Instead of 16, I make it bigger. Once I do that, I can update and all of them will become bigger. And I don't have to go through and highlight each individual one when I can make them all bigger in one click. Okay, so next, it says here under everything that's bold and italicized, under experience and education, we're going to make those heading 2. So bold and italicized is these ones here. Change that to heading 2. Nanny, heading 2. Teaching internship is heading 2. And California State University is heading 2. Okay, everybody still with me? so we're almost at the end. Next, we're going to modify this. So select the profile heading. And we're going to go to the Layout tab. And change the before paragraph spacing here. Change this to 16. Oops. 6. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Home tab. I'm going to right click on heading 1 up here. And this is what I mean by whatever you do, you change it to 1 and you can update the heading for all of them. And then the same space gets put around for every heading 1 that we did. It doesn't look like it does much, but it did change all of them. Okay, on the second page, we go down here, select California State University, select this whole line. I'm going to change the font size of that to 11 to make it fit on one line. Okay, and then we're going to right click on heading 2 and update heading 2 to match. Now, all of these heading 2s are all 11 as well, so everything matches. Okay, that's it for that one. So if you were able to get through all of that, save the progress. And chapter 2 is done. Anybody have any questions for me real quick? We're doing just 4.1. Brittany.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if you are ready for 4.1, I say let's just do it and get it done, and then you guys can be done for the day. You should finish early. 4.1 is on page 382. And once we're done with this, you will be able to complete the first part of the portfolio project, which we're going to talk about next week. So we're skipping chapter 3 altogether, and we're only doing section 1 in chapter 4, because since this is the 100 level computer class, we're not going to go too far in depth into Word beyond this. Okay, if you are all set with this one here, you can close this. You're gonna upload it to me in the Dropbox here in a little bit, but make sure you save it and you can close it and go back to Blackboard because we need to grab another student file. So in content, go back to week 6. Here is your Dropbox for 2.3, the one we just finished with the resume. Here's the Dropbox for 4.1 that we're about to start. So we need to download this brochure. So click on the Pause and Practice 4.1 and download the brochure. Open it up. Okay, are we ready? Okay. If you're not, give me a holler. Otherwise, I'm going to start. So with this open, click on Enable Editing. And just like we do before, go to File, go down to Save As, find a spot to save it where you're going to be able to find it later, to upload it to me in the Dropbox, and change the name of it to PP for Pause and Practice, W for Word, now it's 4-1. Okay, so what this thing is going to have us working with is tables inside of Word, which is something you're going to have to do when you get to your portfolio project. So if you scroll down to the bottom of this thing, it wants you to put a table in underneath where it says Family and Hobbies. So click down here, and this is how you're going to insert the table. Go to the Insert tab, and Table is right below that. If you pull this arrow down, it's going to let you choose the size you want by dragging these boxes around. We're trying to insert a 3x7. So 3 columns, 7 rows like this. Okay, and now to type, it tells you in the book what it wants you to write. So fill that in. Everywhere you see the orange type, the orange writing is what you're supposed to be typing. I am going to turn my show hide off for a minute for anybody that needs to look at mine. And I'm going to pause here and let everybody finish typing. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're on step 5. This is a little bit frustrating for some people because it makes you do things just to delete them, but they're trying to get you to practice working with a table. That's the only purpose of it. So put yourself in any cell in the last column. So we created this column right here just to delete it. So when you click in a table, by the way, you get 2 extra tabs that come up. If you click off of the table, those tabs go away. So when you're in the table, these are strictly for the table. So we're going to go to the layout button under the table tools. So this one over here on the right. Be careful, they don't want the regular layout tab. It's the table layout tab that they're talking about right now. All right, and then it says to press delete. So pull the arrow down and we're going to delete that column. Okay, so if you do end up making a table that's too big, you can just delete it. Not an issue. Next, put yourself in the second row. So click somewhere, anywhere on the second row. And then we're going to click the Insert Below button, which is right here under the rows and columns. So we'll put a row below. Okay, and then in the following row, we're going to type the word trust, and then begins communication. I'll give everybody a second to type that out. And then it says to click the last cell of the table. That's this ideas before results. Put yourself in back of that. And this is another way to just add rows instead of clicking insert below, insert below, insert below. You can just hit your tab button on your keyboard. And when you're at the end of the table, that'll create a new row. And in this one, it's going to go win, win. Is always okay. Is everybody ready? Okay. So next, we're gonna play around with the size of this. So make sure you're clicked somewhere in the table so that your table layout tab shows up. If you're still in it like I am, go click on Auto Fit, which is right in the middle. And then we're going to choose Auto Fit Contents. That's just going to take out all that extra space. Okay, next we're going to click in the first row. Or the first column, I'm sorry, the first column. And up here, we're going to change the width of this to 1.2. So you can adjust the size manually after you auto fit it. If you still want a little bit of extra space, you can adjust it up here. And we're going to change the second column. So click into the second column. Change the width to 2 inches. Okay, next it says to use the table selector handle. That's this little box that comes up here in the corner. When you click on that box, it will select the entire table for you. So click on that. Then we're going to go to Properties, which is up here in the upper left. Okay, next, click on the Row tab. Check the Specify Height button. We're going to change this to 0.25. And we're going to change the row height is drop down to exactly. Okay, so when you're specifying heights of things, if you put at least in there, some of these rows will be fatter than others. But if you select exactly, then they'll all be exactly the same. Okay, now click OK. Okay, and now I'm on step 7. It says click anywhere in the table so that the whole thing is not selected anymore. So just click in the table so that the whole thing goes away, the whole selection, and select the first row. Should have just done that to begin with. Okay, now if you look here, this thing that's popping up on my screen is called the mini toolbar. It says to click the insert button on the mini toolbar. That's this right here. Click on that and then pick insert above. If that didn't come up, just click on insert above over here. Okay, now we're going to make this the title row of this whole table. So we're going to select this whole first row. And we're going to click on Merge Cells. Merge Cells is right here towards the middle of the page. And it's going to make, even though there's 2 columns in the table, this first row is only going to have 1 column. So it's going to allow us to make this whole thing a title. Okay, now in this, now we're going to type the Placer Hills. Okay, everybody still with me? Okay, awesome. All right, so I am on step 8. Now we're going to sort this table, which is another really nice thing that Word and Excel allow you to do. It'll do it automatically for you. So select the second through the last rows. So everything except for the title that we just created. And then we're going to select the sort button, which if you're still in the table layout choices, sort is over here towards the right. Click on that. Okay, now here's where you can specify how you want this all to be sorted. So in the sort by box, when this dialog box pops up, click on this arrow and choose column 1. Leave it in ascending order. And leave the type as text and the using paragraphs, you leave that all alone. And then click OK. And what it did was it basically sorted, it kept everything, the commitment to the needs of the client, all this stuff stayed together, but it sorted it all based on this column alphabetically. So if you were working with a database, for example, with people's last names, and people get added in after the fact, you can just hit sort, and it'll put them right back where they're supposed to go. Okay, we're on the last step then. So we're gonna.
Can you do that one more time?
Sure. Okay, so with rows 2 through, I think it's 10 selected, you're going to click on sort over here on the right. And then where it says sort by, pull the arrow down and choose column 1. And leave everything else the way it is here. It should be ascending, should be text, and using paragraphs. And that's it. Just click OK. And that should be it.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so click on the whole table again. And it says to click the cell margins button. The cell margins button is over here in the alignment group. And this is just going to specify how much space is between the table and the actual where the word begins. So if you see here, there's a little bit of white space in between each of this, between the line and then the first letter. Those are the cell margins. So we're going to click on that. We're going to change the left and the right to 0.05. And then make sure that this one here, the automatically resize to fit contents box, is already checked, which it should be. Okay, and then click OK. And what you'll see is that little bit of white space that was there just is a little bit less. Okay, then it says here, with the table still selected, click the Align Center Left button. So here are the alignment options, and these are the alignment choices here. They want center left, which is this one right here. Okay, and then last thing, we're gonna click off of this, click ourselves back onto the first row. And if you just right click on it, it should give you the option to center it. Let's see here. Right here in the mini toolbar. If that's not coming up, then you've got to go back to the Home tab and align its center right there with the paragraph choices. Okay, so that's it for Word. Make sure you save your progress. If you were able to complete both of those, then you have no homework for this week. And you can go ahead and upload them to me right now. So in Blackboard, I'm going back to content. And in week 6, these are the 2 drop boxes for the 2 assignments we just did. I do not need Word 2-1 and 2-2 because if you did 2-3, you will have had to have done the other 2. So I don't need all of them. You can just give me 2-3. Just click on the link, scroll down, browse the computer, and look for your file wherever you saved it. If you saved it in your OneDrive, that's good. Let's find 2-3, and then hit submit, and then you do the same thing for 4-1, and you're all done. Any questions for me for right now? Okay, good. Then if you're all set, you guys can just make sure you upload whatever you've got. If you weren't able to get it all done, it's due next Monday, so you've got plenty of time. I'm going to stop the recording